Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Bogdanovic is out there with Hayes, and it's Baldwin in at the 2 guard. The 3. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Fast break, here they come. Trying his luck from deep. A rebound by Bogdanovic. Here's Hayes. No good there off the double clutch. Fires the 3. Not going to go that time. We play just over a minute here in the first. Rebound by Parker.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Covered by Hayes. And yep, finally drops after rolling. around the rim. He's got 5.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
From outside the arc, it's that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. Now here's Hayes, covered by Parker. Hayes the pass to Marjanovic. Shot clock at 6. A miss that time would have put him up.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Satoransky, bounce pass. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. The visitors with the ball, trailing by 5. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Baldwin, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Fires for 3. A shot off that time. Pass to Parker. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter of the game. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Parker. Sinks the three-pointer.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Baldwin can't get it to go. Baldwin's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Marjanovic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Lets it go with a 3. They get it back. Parker passes to Hernan Gomez. Pass to Satoransky. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Satoransky. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Baldwin. Satoransky covering. Here's Hayes. 26 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Baldwin. Shoots over Satoransky. Baldwin can't get it to go.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And yes, it's good. 6 seconds left to play in the first. The tray. And that one's good. Biberovic. 3. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Leading by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
They've got Anderson, and it's Fall in at the center position. Sinks the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
There's the pick. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
The 3 from Anderson. Traps in the tray. Anderson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Back to Abrinas. Shoots the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Abrinas has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Gutterich, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Pass to Anderson. Five on the clock. Launches it. Birch grabs the board.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Laprovitola. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. No good on the triple. Anderson outside. Pass to Vesely. Here's Laprovitola. Still without a basket. They grab their own miss. Anderson outside. Vesely inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Laprovitola passes to Anderson. Here's Laprovitola. Here's Fall. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Unloads. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
1:15 left in the first half. Here's Laprovitola. It's rebounded by Gutterich.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Pulls up on the wing. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Cranes the three-pointer. He has 5.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Laprovitola. He has yet to score. To the middle. Anderson outside. Jacks up a 3. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field. 11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. To the left wing. Colson passes to Birch. Got it off in time. He made it! He gets it to go! Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
You have certain players that live and die by the three. Right now, they are L-I-V-I-N, living. Connecticut.
Next up, let's take... And that'll do it for half.
And we've reached halftime in this one. They're up by 9. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. fan, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Baldwin, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. You've got Hayes. He's out there with Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at the shooting guard. They set the pick. Pass to Marjanovic. Tries the spin move over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Great open look there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here's Satoransky. To the paint. From deep three-point land. A rebound by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Hayes has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Screen by Parker. Misses the 3.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Pass to Biberovic. And here's Hayes to the wing on the left. Here's Baldwin. And he lays it straight in. Baldwin's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Fader on the way. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hayes. Nailed from three-point land. Hayes has got 6 in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. For the lead. Baldwin can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Parker. To end the cold streak. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Satoransky covering. A nice shot by Baldwin.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Parker, with no one around, bangs on the trifecta. Parker's got 6 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous laps there defensively.
A 3-ball. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Really left alone that time. 17 points in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. From beyond the arc, it's rebounded by Baldwin. Here's Biberovic, covered by Parker. Here's Baldwin. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Baldwin. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that is such a beautiful move, Kevin. Why go straight up when you can throw down the reverse?
Well, that one's going to have its share of time on the highlight reel for sure.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. They lead by 2. And after a quick... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the 3. Poke loose.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Now Vesely. Plenty of space. Birch grabs the board.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Right wing, stolen by Anderson. Here's the break. Throws it up high. It's deflected. One-on-one here.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Pass to Gutteridge. Clock at 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Out to the right wing. Anderson outside. This one for 3. Birch grabs the board.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
From deep. Good on the triple.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Provitola passes to Vesely. Ball's knocked loose. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Shot to stop the run. Abrinas with the bucket.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
Abrinas has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Birch. Clock at 4. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's Abrinas. Offline with his 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:32 left to play here in the fourth. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Abrinas. Pass to Vesely. Back to Abrinas. He lobs it up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Hayes. Tight defense on him. 51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Baldwin, defended by Anderson. Here's the screen. There's the triple. Baldwin can't get it to go. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
To the right side. Here's Aprinas. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Baldwin. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Guys, what are their best options now?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
They just did it. Down it goes at the buzzer.
everybody, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Hayes is out there with Boban Marjanovic. And it's Peperovic in at the 3. Defended by Brown. Here's Baldwin. Beyond the arc. And he buries his first look.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here is James. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him. Anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Baldwin. He's got 5. Over James. Baldwin's shot is off.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Korkmaz drills it from deep.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Marjanovic. Screen by Marjanovic. Tries the spin move. Scores off the spin.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
James deciding where to go with it. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
To the left wing. It's stolen by James. It's 2-on-1. He launches a 3. Counted from distance.
And you can tell they're in sync right now. Expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Hayes with a screen on James. Here's Baldwin. Checked by James. Baldwin's shot is off.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Baldwin's got 8.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
James outside from the arc. Offensive rebound. Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Pass to Baldwin. Takes the 3. Can't get it to drop.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Korkmaz passes to Brown. Brown, a screen on Hayes. Korkmaz, good. Korkmaz has gotten a second bucket on the night.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Defended by Brown. Down low. Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
James, left side. Pass to Korkmaz. 4 on the clock.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Nice move. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
James outside. Hits There's the three-pointer.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Pass to Birch. Launches it. No luck on that one. Here's Kalathis. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter in a tie. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
To the inside, pass to Birch. Drains the triple. He's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
Here's Akobo to the wing on the left. Fires the 3. And no good. Pass to Guduric. Three-pointer. The rebound by Diallo. It's stolen. Covered by Diallo. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Five to shoot to the paint. Pass to Guduric. Jacks up a 3. Out to the right wing. No good on the triple. Here's Corneli. Here's Akobo. Puts it up. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Guduric, covered by Diallo. Pass to Birch. Here's Guduric. From deep. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. Here's Akobo. 4-3. Guduric with the rebound.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Back to Birch. Hey, puts up a 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Back to Diallo. Going inside. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Here's Akobo. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. To get back on track. That won't go. Just 2 for 7 shooting.
Oh, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Back to Diallo. Three-pointer. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Covered by Diallo. Sinks the tray. Give him 8 points now.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first quarter. He's now got 2 for the game.
Here's a Kobo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 24 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Guduric. Driving inside, and he converts the layup.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Here's a Kobo. Fires for 3. Nails it from 3. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They lead by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
That does it for halftime. Let's get...
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Pass to Baldwin. And here's Hayes to the middle. Soft touch off the glass. Baldwin's got 10 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
We've got Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at the 2. Screen by Marjanovic. This one for 3. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Kalathis. And here comes the break. Pass to Baldwin. The 3 is up. Here's Marjanovic. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, it just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Hayes attacking. Hayes with a screen on James. Back to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Right wing. Here's Baldwin. Check by James. Baldwin, the pass to Marjanovic. Shot clock at 6. Hayes attacking. Oh, misses the dunk. Here's Korkmaz. 6 points for him. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Baldwin's shot is off.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on a team is all about.
Lays it up and banks it in.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
To the left side wing. That's tipped. For the lead. Knocks down the triple. He's got 6.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Screen by Marjanovic. Right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter.
Away team foul. Hayes. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's James. Outside, Brown. Pass to Korkmaz. And there's the screen. 5 on the clock. It's Hayes with the rebound. Korkmaz has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. To the wing, right side. Here's Baldwin. Check by James. Here's Baldwin. Lets the 3 fly. Balled in by Brown. Brown's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. And over and back. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. No movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
When I look at this visiting team, they've been working through some things, trying to find answers, but they remain a dangerous club that other teams are a little nervous to face.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Hayes for 3. Fires in the triple. Hayes has got 7.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
For 3, Diallo. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Stripped it away. Pass to Diallo. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3. Diallo's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Diallo's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Here's Baberovic, covered by Diallo. Screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. They lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Pass to Akobo. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive. Second chance effort. Here's Mata Yunus. 4 on the clock. For 3, Diallo. It's not going to go for him. Pass to Guduric. There's a screen. Inside. He's off on the layup.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And Diallo, here we go. And it's in there.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
First personal foul.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. On the take. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Knocks down the long J.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
For 3. Doesn't go for him. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Mata-Yunus. Pass to Akobo. They set the pick. There's the three. The shot that time not on target. It's picked off. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. James outside. And it's James with the jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Pass to Hayes. Pure from three-point range.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
James. It's Hayes with the rebound. James is gone just 3 of 10 shooting from the field. Here's Baldwin. Takes a three. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Out to James. A good-looking shot from the wing.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Check by James. Pass to Baldwin. Here's Marjanovic. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a three. And Baberovic gets it to go. Baberovic has gotten himself on the board with a three there.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Diallo outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And Diallo drops them both.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
To the right side. Baldwin, the pass to Hayes. Spins. Count it!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
James outside. Pass to Akobo. Back to James. Lets it go from 11. Can't cash it in. Ball stolen. Back to Diallo. With the drive. Yes!
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
Well, you know, it certainly swings the energy and the momentum in one team's favor. That's basically a 4 or 5 point swing, which is huge.
Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. They've got James, and it's Corneille in at the 4 slot. And there's a pick. And it's James with the 3.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Baldwin. Here he goes. Jams it in off a great move.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Here's a Kobo. No good, off the front rim.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Pass to Hayes.
2 minutes remaining.
The three. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possession.
Here's James, and slammed dunk by James.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Here's Baldwin. And it's off from three-point range. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
No good on the three.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Driving in, and he throws it down with one hand.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if he's stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Pass to Baberovic. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation. Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
James outside. Here's the three. The shot comes out. To the inside.
Count it! That's a critical basket there. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. Can't give up a three.
Yes! And he's tied it up. What a shot!
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
It's stolen. Another tie. And we're going to have a second overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. Hey, can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. The three is up. The shot misses. Now here's Hayes. Defense is right there. Pass to Baldwin. There's the triple. Hayes with a screen. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up. And finished off by Hayes.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
There's a screen.
2 minutes remaining in overtime.
Fades back. No good there. James with the ball. The 3 ball. It's Hayes with the rebound.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
To the paint. Down low. Pass to Baberovic. Check by James. Shot clock at 5. Here's Baberovic. Over James. And Baberovic gets it to go. Baberovic has gone 2 for 3 from the field. For 3, Diallo. The shot, no good.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Now here's Hayes, guarded closely. Here's Baberovic. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. The 3, James. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Pass to Baldwin. Oh, swiped away.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
James can't get it to go. Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. The 3. Baldwin's shot is off. And here's Diallo to win the drought. And he sinks it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Double overtime games are so great.
Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Parker. And the three off target. James with it. Now Brown. James looking it over from downtown. And he's good on the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
James has gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. Parker, a screen on James. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now here's Satoransky. 3 on the clock. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Satoransky. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Calathis. Pass to Brown. In the corner, it's James. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Out to the right wing. Fires from deep. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
They set the pick. Here's Korkmaz. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Parker. Here's Satoransky. Good on the three-point shot.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's James driving in, and James throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Parker sets the screen for Hernan Gomez. And it's off from three-point range. Brown with the screen on Hernan Gomez. And the basket by Papagiannis.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Brown with the screen on Satoransky. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
James covering to stop the run. Calathis grabs the board.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Korkmaz to the wing right side. The screen from Brown. Trains it from beyond the arc. Korkmaz has got 5 now.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Over to the wing, and Satoransky wide open. He fires. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
From deep, James. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Hernan Gomez a screen. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Now James. 5 points in the game. Pass to Korkmaz. Brown with a screen on Zadaransky. Drills it from outside. 8 points for him.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
There's the three. Hits it from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Up by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Diallo out there with Corniche. And it's a Kobo in at the shooting guard position. Medu is out there with Fall. And there's Anderson. And it's Lapro Vidala in at the point. He hits both from the stripe.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
They've got Corniche. And it's a Kobo in at the 2 guard. Here's Lapro Vidala. It's good from long range.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Medu is out there with Anderson. And it's Lapro Vidala in at the 1. Unis sends a screen for Diallo. To the left side wing. Corniche's shot is off. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
We've got Diallo, and it's Unis in at the center. Abrinas with the bucket.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Falls out there with Medu. Then there's Anderson, and it's Lapro Vidala in at the point. Pass to Abrinas. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
A Kobo, that's good.
Well, you're just making it easy for your opponent when you don't prevent them from getting to the rim.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Anderson wide open. There's the screen. Goes back up. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Vassili's checked in for Medu. And the home team has possession. Trailing by 4. Okobo looking over the floor. That shot is off. Okobo's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. A 3 from Anderson. Cans it from downtown. Anderson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. Mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Hits the 3-point bomb. Abrinas has got 8 points.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
Diallo against Anderson. Diallo, no good. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Here's Laprovitola. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here's Diallo. The three drills the three-pointer. Diallo's got his second bucket.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Here's Abrinas, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. He's got 11.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Here's Akobo. Here's Cornish, and that one is hammered home.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Here's Laprovitola. Offensive rebound. Vesely off target at the rim. Diallo with it. He has 6. Pass to Cornish. To the right side. Now here's Diallo. There's a screen over Anderson. Out to the wing. Here's the three. Connects from three-point range.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
No good with the wing jumper. Now here's Diallo. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Leading by just 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
You take a look at the visitors. They've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now, for as bad as they've been inside, I can't believe it's this close. I hope coach is letting them know. No points in the paint, no W.
And that is it for halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. They've got James on out there with Korkmaz, and it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Here's Satoransky, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Satoransky's got 8 points.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Papagiannis kicks to Brown. Pass to Kalathis. On the wing, James. Takes the 3, and the 3 ball is good. He's got 8.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Kalathis in at point guard.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside, James. At the elbow, it's Brown. Pass to Korkmaz. In the corner, it's James. 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. That one doesn't go. We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5 spot. Carries it from three-point range. Satoransky's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Parker sets the screen for Satoransky. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. James against Parker. James, the pass to Korkmaz. Brown with the screen on Parker. Here's James. And the dunk by James.
Big hops. from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
He was all alone on that one.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Outside, James. No good with the triple. Hernan Gomez a screen. To the inside. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Parker up top. Satoransky has screen on Brown. Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And here's James outside. The shot misses. Parker kicks to Satoransky. 55 seconds left in the third. It's hauled in by Brown. Outside, James. Puts up a three. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only 1 in the first, 3 since the break.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And the layup's good off the glass. James has got 15 points in just the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
James covering. Parker outside. Fires the three. Satoransky sets a screen for Parker. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Up 3. And don't go away. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Corniche is out there with Diallo, and it's Akobo in at the 2 spot. Vassili's checked in for Metu. Here's Abrinas. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Now Vesely. And the home team has possession. About a minute play here in the fourth quarter. Diallo, no good.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock back in.
Anderson's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. To tie it up. Oh, they get it back from the arc to the wing right side. Pass to Okobo. 6 to shoot. And another shot. Bullseye. Here's Laprovitola. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Here's Anderson. Three-pointer. Knocks down the three ball.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's a Kobo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Kobo's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Abrinas. Inside. And a slam dunk by Vesely.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
First personal foul, first team foul.
That one drops. He ties it up. Here's Abrinas. Out left to the wing. There's the pick. Anderson passes to Vesely. And a slam dunk by Vesely.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really from point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Here's James. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And James drills them both.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Abrinas. They get the rebound. Pass to Fall. And here is Vesely. A three from Anderson. The rebound by Okobo. James outside. And James throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
Here's Abrinas for the three. Gets the three to Fall.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Papagiannis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Oh, they give it up and they get the lead right back. 2 triples back to back. And the momentum swing in this game is ridiculous.
Abrinas, money!
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
GA, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
Three-pointer. Off target from downtown. And here they come. Here's Okobo. Good!
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting. Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbounds. That's about as good as it gets from out of bounds.
Papagiannis. And And so the road team gets the W in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment. And
Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Satoransky gets hauled in by Marjanovic. Parker against Hayes. Here's Marjanovic. Back to Hayes. Fires from deep. That one is off. Hernan Gomez with it. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Baberovic. Pass to Marjanovic. From deep. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor. We played just over a minute here in the first. On target from range.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Baldwin. Can't get it to fall. Here's Satoransky. Knocks it down from distance.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Softly drops in the floater.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Out to the right wing. From downtown, it's Hayes with the rebound. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Hayes with a screen. From behind the arc. Baldwin's shot is good. Baldwin's got his second basket of the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Satoransky. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Satoransky's got 6 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Parker, the screen. Off the mark there with a three. Here's Baberovic. Pass to Hayes. Puts up a three. That shot, no good. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. It's Hayes with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Baldwin, the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Hayes. Clock is at 3. The three is up. They grab their own miss. Another shot. And it falls all over the rim and in. He's got 10.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Fadeaway. That one's good for 2.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
Pass to Baldwin. They swipe it. And here's the fast break. Parker outside. 32 seconds left to play in the first. He drops it from range.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
23 seconds left in the first quarter here. Out left to the wing. Stolen by Parker. Pass to Satoransky. From the wing. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Satoransky's got 8 points. Here's Baldwin. Driving, and he dunks it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
Oh, you'd like to end every quarter this way.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along? Gets the ball up the court immediately, and that pass to find the man cutting to the bucket couldn't have been timed any better.
Gets the three to fall.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Guduric. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Anderson pulls it down. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Birch. Here's Guduric. Anderson covers. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Sends it home from three-point land. 6 points for him.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Over to the left wing. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Fires for 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
It's hauled in by Fall. Trying to get something going here in the half court.
Yeah, that's where they've been struggling to execute.
They set the pick. Anderson for 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Anderson covers. Six to shoot. Pass to Guduric to snap the cold streak. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
For 3. Rebounded by Birch. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Releases. There's a minute 26 left in the second. Outside, Anderson. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Anderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Three-pointer, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Birch.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
The three. From deep three-point land. The shot won't fall.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Anderson for three. And the three-pointer goes. Anderson's got 8 points. 9 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. He got it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 12. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
A key part of this one, their bench production. Those guys can heat it up in a hurry. Give the starters a little rest.
And right now, and that's a wrap on.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boban Marjanovic out there with Hayes. And it's Beberovic in at the three. Satoransky passes to Hernan Gomez. Baldwin with a rebound. For three. And Parker pulls it down. Now here's Satoransky. Tight defense on him. The three is up. That shot off.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Here's Beberovic, covered by Satoransky. Out to the wing, down to 5 on the shot clock. Baldwin, the pass to Hayes. Sinks it from distance. Hayes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Hayes has gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. And there's a 3-second violation. Here's Baldwin. He's got 12. Hayes with a screen. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Hayes. Clock at 6. Takes it inside, and he gets that one. Hayes has got 5 points in the quarter. Hayes has gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
Third team foul. Number 32. First personal foul. First team foul.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Over to the left wing. Here's Baldwin. Tries it from the top of the key. That's off. 5 for 8 from the floor.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Pass to Parker. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got 4 rebounds now.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
To the left side wing. Tries the spin move. Here's Baldwin. Takes the 3. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
To to stop the drought. He buries it from 3. He's got 11.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 15.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Baberovic, covered by Satoransky. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Marjanovic. Just 4 to shoot. Throws it up high. Stolen by Parker. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Still no points. Now here's Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Drops in the 3. Satoransky's got 11 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Baldwin. Screen by Marjanovic to the inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
I just love the ball movement.
Hey, shot's good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to Parker. From outside the arc. The shot off that time. Now Hayes. Here's Baldwin. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 10. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Yep, count it.
Listen, he's hot and cold. Don't let him get hot, because then he's rolling.
Anderson's gone 4 of 5 from the floor. Just the 1 miss. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's the pick. Connects from downtown.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Over to the wing. There's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
To the left wing. And there's the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. From downtown. Rebounded by Birch.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Pass to Gudarich. puts up a deep three. No good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Fall. Launches it. Rebounded by Birch. Birch has got 4 rebounds in the game. Can't hit from in close.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
It's Anderson on the wing. Fires in the triple. Anderson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
And finished off by Hayes.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect. Outside, Anderson. Shoots. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Here's Baldwin. Back to Marjanovic. Oh, he nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
A deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this...
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the center position.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Now here's James. Brown dishes to Kalathis. Here's Korkmaz. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Baldwin. James defending. Baldwin looking for the opening. They set the screen. Fires from the wing. It doesn't go for him. James outside. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Hayes. To the inside. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
I think the defender really affected that shot.
And they're pushing it up. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. James kicks to Papagiannis. Here's Korkmaz. Offline from the top of the key.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Like, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Here's Baldwin. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
They set the pick from deep. James. The rebound by Marjanovic. Here's Biberovic. Out to the right wing. Down low. And he banks in the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Brown the pass to Papagiannis. Here he goes. And he jams it with authority.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's James. Tries it from 19. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. James has got 5.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Right wing. Here's Baldwin. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to James. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Count it. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Here's Baldwin. James covering. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Again, James missing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Baldwin. Beyond the arc. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 10.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Substitution on the court.
Come to me.
And that one released in time, but no good. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. They lead by 6. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Diallo out there at court east, and it's a Kobo in at the 2-guard position. To the middle, here's Coulson. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Gutterich. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Now here's Diallo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul, first team foul.
On Sunday and then on Wednesday. First trip to the line for him here.
Diallo taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Diallo hits them both. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Gutterich can't get it to go. Here's a Kobo. Hasn't made one yet. Lets it go from deep. Birch grabs the board. Pass to Coulson. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. From past the arc. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2.
Home team foul. Number 21. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's a Kobo. Hits the three-point bomb. Kobo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They swipe it. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And it's tied up with that one. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. For 3. The rebound by Coulson. Now Birch. Still yet to score. Nice shot from the wing. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fires the 3. A Kobo. That's good. Kobo's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
No good with the layup.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
Eunice sends a screen for Diallo. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Coulson, covered by Eunice. .144 left here in the second. He dialed that one up from long distance. He has 5. Okobo looking over the floor. Aniunas passes to Corniche. Here's Okobo. He has 7. No good on the 3.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Here's Gutteridge. Pass to Birch. Here's Gutteridge. Going inside, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
56 seconds left in the second quarter. Got that one up quick. James has got 10 points in the game.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Baldwin. The teardrop falls in.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Outside, James. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, James.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Brown. Marjanovic just screen on James. 3-pointer. Baldwin can't get it to go.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
It's good. Calathes has got his first bucket in this one. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And that'll do.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. He's out there with Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at the shooting guard position. Papagiannis passes to James. Here's Calathes. Here's Korkmaz from outside off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Outside, James. The 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. A tight game here in Atlanta. Here's Biberovic. Pass to Hayes. Six on the shot clock, and he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Back to Brown. Over Hayes. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Out to the right wing. Here's Baldwin. James defending.
Away team ball.
Jacks up a three. Traps in the tray. James has got 15.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And taken away by Brown. Lets the three fly. Sinks the triple. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's Baldwin. James covering. No good again that time.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. The kick out to Brown. From deep. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. Go ahead to the line.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
First team foul.
It's a 6-point game. Right wing. Pass to Baldwin. 1:49 left to play here in the third. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake. Baldwin's got 21. And here is James. 21 points in the game. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Brown. Hayes the pass to Baldwin. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Brown. 1:05 left in the third quarter of the game. Korkmaz kicks to James. For the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Korkmaz has got 6 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Hayes. Here's Baldwin. James defending. There's a good screen. Shot from the top of the key. Baldwin can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's good from long range.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To halt the run, add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
And here's James outside. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Baldwin. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. In the corner, it's Birch. Clock at 6. Pass to Gutteridge. Shoots the three. No good. Shot missing.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
We've got Diallo, and it's Corniche at the 4. Launches a three. The shot that time not on target. Here's Colson. Here's Gutter. Fires the three. Kept alive. Fires away from outside.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Diallo with it. The three-pointer, no good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to Corniche. To the right side. Here's a Kobo. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Launches it. No good on that one.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Diallo, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
There's the pick. Here's a Kobo. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And finally, someone scores.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
Driving the lane, and that one drops for him. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Substitution for the away team. Papagiannis.
Here's Baldwin.
2 minutes remaining.
Has to be Berevic. The rebound by Akobo. And here's Diallo. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
James defending. Connects from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
To the wing right side. Diallo has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists now in this one. 1:16 left here in the 4th quarter. Marjanovic with a screen for Hayes. Pass to Okobo. Fires from deep. Carries it from three-point range. Okobo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct. Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Now here's James. 43 seconds left in the game. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Here's Baldwin. The three-pointer off the mark. Now James. Shot clock at 6. Fires from way outside. The rebound by Marjanovic. So the road team gets the W in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home